moment to shine once more.
Orianna taken off the board, which means Hecarim is available for Karsa. He has suffered his first losses on the champion in this series for the whole split. And we'll see where Tian goes with the jungle matchup. Things like the Viego are available. That's been a favorite for him across the course of the year. But yeah, Trundle's available, Volibear's available. Still plenty of options there. That would be very early to lock in a Draven. I don't think they're going to lock in Blind Draven. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But I've been wrong before. It is JackeyLove. Okay, it's the Aphelios. We got baited, Dagda.
Yeah. But look, I think the Trundle would be the best pick here. I think you're able to get a ton of early pressure off. You do really well against the Hecarim, just stealing all those stats. Volibear, another pick that I think can do pretty well into the Hecarim as well in that regard. So either or for Tian, I think would be absolutely wonderful. And then I think for V5, again, you kind of get left with the question of, right, are we just going to see Knight lock in the Ryze once more? Like he did in the last game, it popped off really well. You get to ban away things like the Galio again, like get rid of some of these picks like the Syndra. That can be an annoyance for the Ryze in the mid lane because you already have a ton of those mid lane bans leverage there that make it hard for you not to go, hey, Ryze is just a good pick here.
Well, the Volibear comes on through. We'll see if that Ryze will be locked in. Potentially by Knight. Could be taken by Rookie though as well. Like Rookie's no stranger to the Ryze himself. Jinx locked in. Do you go for a support here? Do you go for a blind pick in a solo lane?
Oh, gonna be the blind Renata actually. So we saw ppgod in in game 2 not have the best of times on this Renata. We'll have to see if he can step up again. I'm kind of surprised though that we haven't seen Photic bring out the Misfortune. I thought this was something that we'd probably see in the game 5 against the Aphelios. He has brought in the regular split, has looked really good on it, but not feeling comfortable here. And when you know you're up against the Enchanter support of ppgod on this Renata alongside the Jinx, well, we're looking at the karma, but it's just that Ryze again. So Galio, Syndra ban here for top esports, and it looks like it's rinse and repeat for top esports from the last game.
Yeah, I mean, they're loving it, right? They've got pretty much everything they could have wanted. The difference is they don't have Tian on that Lee Sin, which, you know, has that insane early proactivity, but Volibear can still set your lanes up. Like,
I was gonna say.
It's not like he's weak in the early game. I'm just saying it's not, you know, Tian's Lee Sin that he has a world skin on. You know, it's kind of a different category.
Of a difference, yeah, but still, this Volibear is going to be insanely strong, especially against the Hecarim in the early game. So I got to see what the plan is here for Rookie, because you know the Syndra is more than likely going to be gone here. So I'm kind of looking at the potential for the Vex. The LeBlanc has been kind of left open, but it doesn't do so hot against the Ryze because you've still got a lot of lockdown, and it's kind of hard to match the roams. So I don't know. It's going to be on Rookie here to actually find the success, although the Syndra is left open, so maybe it's just a Syndra pick here for Rookie.
Could well be that Syndra. We've seen it across the course of this series. Early on in this series, it seems to have fallen out of fashion within this series at very least. This V5 potentially could ban something like the Leona, the Rakan, these hard engaged supports that we keep on seeing Mark lock in, and it will be that Rakan taken off the board. So now over to top esports. Blind pick. Will they go for the counter up in the top side or in the support role?
Yeah, I think you just take a Karma here. The bot side gives you a nice little bit of push advantage coming through for the Aphelios, plus the opportunity to play with Aphelios with the shields. There's the Syndra. And we got to see now what Rich wants to go for in the top lane. Nara's kind of being your standout pick up in that top side, but potentially to mix things up with the Kennen hovered, which I think could work really well as kind of a follow-up engage and works well against the pretty short range that composition the top esports have gone for.
Now for game number 5, top esports giving Wayward the counter pick, and he goes for a Malphite. He wants to ruin Photic's day.
And so many of these immobile carries in general on V5, like Kennen, Syndra as well. Like if you manage to catch these, it's going to be great. But one of the things that is great for Malphite is when there's a ton of AD damage in that top side of the map. You're looking at double AP solo laners, Photic as well, probably going to be able to pick up the Gale Force, make things a little bit easier for himself. So at least in the early stages, Wayward will struggle. But if top esports can find these big fights at objectives, that's where we're going to see Wayward shine.
And it is a little scary to see Wayward on a pick that can struggle in the early game, because let's be honest, the early game is when Wayward has been struggling. Yeah. It's in those 1v1s in the lane. And I like that they're kind of opting out of the 1v1, right? It's saying, look, we're just going to pick the Malphite. We're not playing to fight in the early laning phase. But I'm just a little nervous how far behind he might fall up there.
Yeah, I think that, and the problem is as well, is that because you've got the Syndra in the mid lane against the Ryze, it makes things a little bit easier for Rookie to actually have control over that mid lane. He can push in, and as long as Karsa is trying to hover there and make sure he's safe, he should be relatively okay to try and push in. But I will say the 2v2 heavily in favor of top esports. And when I've seen how strong like Ryze and Volibear are together, it can be really detrimental for Rookie, even if he takes that one step too far.
Yeah, it certainly can. I mean, Volibear, I think, is a surprising amount of damage out of the jungle. Like, especially if you face check him, he will just one-shot you. But alongside
he can even
Ryze,
2v1. Like, it's just
the CC chain as well between the Volibear and the Ryze. Like, if you do get caught, you don't really get away from that one. So we'll see how the mid jungle goes. That's really been the story of this series, then transitioning that power into the bottom lane. But we're jumping into game number 5 of our first double elimination match. Top Esports on the cusp of a reverse sweep if they can win this game. And this wouldn't be the first time that Top Esports have found a reverse sweep in a playoffs match, back when they beat Fnatic at the World Championship in 2020 in the quarterfinals. Karsa in game number 5 locked in Lee Sin, locked in Tian's skin, and prayed to Tian for Lee Sin mechanics. The mutual respect between these two veteran junglers is just beautiful to see. And now they're going toe-to-toe in game number 5, and this jungle matchup really has been the story of the series.
It really has been. Mid-jungle, we highlighted at the start how important this was going to be. And game 1, game 2, it was the Karsa Rookie story. Game 3 was looking a little bit shaky, but Tian and Knight able to come out on top. Game 4, Tian pops the hell off. And now we've got to see what story will be written in game number 5. Even looking at like JackeyLove and Mark, who've been able to, for a large portion of this series, control that bot side. But last game, Photic and ppgod come out on top, and suddenly it's actually V5 losing, despite the fact Photic, I thought, had a great game 4.
Mark does spot them, and actually will get a double Q off. That's a lot of damage, and a lot of gold for Mark, getting all 3 of his procs off straight away. JackeyLove able to follow up a little bit. And the nice thing about Aphelios in the early laning phase, you do have that Severum, so can sustain up, and as well has the fleet footwork, right? So able to take these early trades. Dagda, I want to talk about these two junglers. You can see both of them starting in the top side. Quite often that can mean early scuffles down on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, but Tian is just going to have such a faster clear. You can already see he's finished his 2 camps and making his way bot. But Karsa, because again he's kind of gone for this like person clear of the 2 camps, it's so slow as Hecarim. You see him completely out of mana, he's starting to run low on health. And oh, actually, sorry, he did start on Wolves, so will still take a bit of time to kind of catch up to Tian. So it's going to be a slow pace early game for Karsa. Whereas Tian, I think he'll be able to get out on the map, may even look to like punish the fact that Rookie has like started to shove in this mid wave, but Rookie gonna crash that second wave instead, so she'll be able to back away before Tian gets into the mid lane.
Okay, so we're looking to see if that bear can make it to the mid lane. ppgod is not having a fun time in this bottom side, consistently taking damage from Mark. JackeyLove now moving forwards. Big damage onto Photic as well. Procs his Calibrum. ppgod steps forward once more, and Mark is trying to threaten. He's trying to get in a position to get more damage down. This 2v2 feels so tense already. It's only just begun.
It's so hard for Photic and ppgod to be able to match. The Q on Karma is on such a low cooldown, only costs 45 mana, whereas you look at how expensive the spells are from ppgod, and even just the damage output just isn't there. So already Photic and ppgod feeling it.
Karsa trying to contest Tian in the river here. Priority in the bottom side for Top Esports, and that's enough for Karsa to back away. I wasn't sure if Rookie would move over, but conceding this first crab to Tian. Karsa moving up back towards the top side, or in fact back towards his Krugs. This Tian maybe can get both crabs.
Tian I'm not surprised that Tian's going to get both crabs. The power that this Volibear has, the clear speed that it has, just makes it really hard. But the way you try and battle this as Karsa is using the fact you have quicker resets, right? Because Tian is going to march up to the top side, then he goes for his Krugs, which means he hasn't reset at the same time. So maybe Karsa can find a play top, but Tian may actually go towards his Krugs, may just be looking for the play onto Rich.
Yeah, at minimum he can clear some vision here as Rich will drop another ward. Tian knows that's there, so won't be able to do all or too much here, but at least he gets 10 gold for his trouble. So it's better than nothing. And he can go back up to his Krugs that he didn't actually do on his first clear. So needs to get them done, needs to make sure that they're level 2 for the next time he comes around.
Yeah, this is the thing though, like, as we say, like, playing off of how fast you can clear his volley is great, because you do get, as you can see, 32 to 24 CS, but you got Knight now, who's moving up towards this top side. He's going to spot out Karsa as he comes back out onto the map, and wants to make sure that Karsa isn't using the quicker reset to make a play towards the top side.
Knight just sprinting into the lane. He knew that there was a ward here, but he still wants to make the play. Finds the Rune Prism here. Doesn't really have the damage to actually follow up on this one. So bit of a botched one. I'm a little bit surprised there wasn't more follow-up there.
It's not about getting the kill there for Knight, it's about stopping Karsa playing top. Because Wayward had to go for the reset, so if you end up getting a good trade onto Wayward with where the wave was positioned, or even dive Wayward, that lane is just over. So Knight was willing to kind of sacrifice his own wave state here to make sure that Karsa couldn't interact on top side. Because realistically, if Rich gets kills, starts to get turret plates, you get like 2 quick items onto this Kennen. Like top esports, whatever Wayward engages like, you just have more damage that this Kennen does in a similar fashion. So you really need to make sure you're kind of babysitting Wayward in the early stages and making sure that Rich doesn't become this huge carry in the team fights for V5.
Photic taking a bit of poke on the bottom side. As Karsa moves down, Drake is onto the map. And so far in this series, really has been top esports focusing on the Drakes. But Karsa wants to make that happen for his team this time. Has priority in the bottom side, has priority in the mid lane. You feel he should be able to just start this Drake off on contest.
Need to be a little careful though, because you see JackeyLove and Mark still have a good amount of control on the spot side. Even if Tian just kind of spots him on the dragon, you can just solo him out. And you're not going to hold on for mid-prio too long against Knight. But looks like now
I feel like we're on tenterhooks here.
Yeah.
We're not especially sure as Tian forces a flash out from ppgod. That'd be Flame Chompers used as well. So I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Karsa now has to try and back away or get stunned potentially by Tian. Mark and JackeyLove are here, but Rookie has moved over as well. Tian, damn tanky, stunned by Rookie. Flashes to the rest of his team. Karsa jumping into the backline. JackeyLove low on HP, but it's Karsa to go down. First blood for JackeyLove. ppgod no flash available, and he'll fall too. Knight with a kill, and now chasing onto Photic. Flash available, but that's the wrong side of the map. Knight with 2 kills, JackeyLove with 1, and Tian wants a little bit for himself. Grabs a kill, and it's 5-0 against V5.
V0-5 for victory is not going to be the name of Victory 5 as they come into this, because top esports have absolutely decimated them in River. ppgod missed the handshake, and top esports pounced. They get the kills, they get the dragon, and you know top esports are looking at the other side of the bracket. They are looking at JDG and going, 2020 was our year. Are you going to be joining us in the upper bracket final, brothers? Because watch here, Karsa looks at Tian and goes, okay, we can take this. Rookie has first moved mid, but keep your eyes on ppgod. Watch the handshake. It misses JackeyLove here, so he doesn't get to knock JackeyLove into Mark. You don't get the reset from Photic. He can't actually get on towards Tian. And from that point forward, top esports have the damage, have the follow-up that they need. And V5 are completely routed.
And then Rookie just chased out. I love that Tian just grabs his kill himself. Mega Volibear there. There's apparently something happened up in the top side. It was Wayward all inning onto Rich. Did he get a solo kill? No way, on the muff. Oh, Rich! Fluffed the flash up in the top side. Wayward finally getting the best of the matchup. And on Malphite, no less. If they'd known this was all it took, they would have locked it in the first game.
This is going disastrously for Victory 5. Karsa now trying to get this Rift out, but like, look at where top esports are. They can just move into this area.
Literally every player on V5 is 0-1-0 right now. That is not something I ever expected coming out from this squad after finishing first in the regular split. Top esports now getting aggressive on Tian, trying to walk away with his life. This will be herald taken by V5. Good control of the top side, but look at JackeyLove down in that bottom lane, finding himself plates. That's 3 plates already.
It's absolutely insane. Like, look at the gold lead, 3,000 gold, and we're not even 9 minutes into the game. Wayward, though, about to get the attention of V5, but he's still got ult. He's totally all right here.
Yeah, ppgod can't find the handshake. Wayward happily dodges that one, and he'll head off to safety. So I was a little worried for Wayward there, but he just wanders out of the situation, and with a crescendum available, JackeyLove will just completely shred this tower. He's already got more value than the Rift Herald will bring to the side of V5. Feels like everything top esports could want in this game is going beautifully for them.
And Munch, your prediction is looking good. I mean, top esports sitting in prime position here, and when you look at who needs to step up, it's the veterans, and they're about to find more.
Oh, Rich has ult available. They need to be cautious not to overdive, but no, they don't. They don't even need to dive him, just killing him from range. Mark grabs himself that kill, and more will be denied. But actually, first tower might go the way of Photic here, as he will be able to finish that tower off before JackeyLove can do the same on the bottom side.
he won't be able to continue forward here as Photic because Karsa actually ended up tanking the turret for quite a bit of time there, so Wayward will know that he's fairly alright to just sit by himself. Knight actually roaming up. Are they looking for the engage? No. They're going to just back away instead, so JackeyLove will get a turret to himself, but it's a small solace, like nothing to write home about as V5 because Top Esports 2 kills onto this Ryze, the ability to now start moving JackeyLove around the map, and with the presence that Knight has in this mid lane, you can all in on this top side when JackeyLove gets there and look for even more turret plates on this top side.
I cannot believe what we're witnessing here. 6-0 for Top Esports, and look at that gold lead as well, 3,000 in their favor. But let's talk V5 and what they can do, because they're certainly not out of the game just yet, right? They have fallen behind in the early game, but again, this is the team that's best at comebacks in the LPL. This is the team that you can never count out. Paint a picture for me, Dagda. How does it happen for V5? How do they get themselves back into this game?
It's going to be so hard. I mean, the biggest problem that we were looking at is like, hey, if you're on Top Esports, you get Wayward into fights.
He's just going for it. He's got himself a Barbie syndra, and he reckons that he could just go for an extra kill. Gives the thumbs up to Rich as well. One more seismic shard will do the trick. Wayward! He's found his way back into the series, and he is loving life.
And this is what we said. Knight babysitting Wayward for that little bit in the early game pays dividends, and now you've got control of side lanes because Wayward's so far ahead. You have the ability to play team fights exceptionally well because JackeyLove's ahead, because Knight's ahead, and because you've got this presence on the map, you're getting even more turret plates for JackeyLove. We said they could all in on top side at a moment's notice, and we're seeing just how much that presence can falter V5 in defending this tower.
Unbelievable performance coming out from Wayward, and it feels so good after the series he's had. Let's be honest, Wayward has not had a good series, but this game, turns out, just need to stick him on Malphite, and apparently, he knows Malphite's damage numbers perfectly, because he was well committed to that all-in.
But how did we get here with Wayward? I don't understand what happened. Like, I came into playoffs like, Wayward, you know, oh yeah, break Graves, bit of Camille, you know, really likes his carry champions.
His Gwen was exceptional.
His best games have been Malphite and Gragas. Like, what happened to this man in that short period of time he had off?
To be fair, I do think it was AP Gragas that he played, so that's somewhat of a carry performance. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's been a weird playoffs. It has been a really weird playoffs, but I feel like we say that every single time. Mark and JackeyLove hiding in Tribrush, but I don't think they'll find a play for now. Drake up onto the map here. Looks like it will just go the way of top.
Yeah, don't think you're going to contest that. Don't think you have any interest in being anywhere near Top Esports right now. Like, 4,500 gold. You still got another Rift Tower that's going to come onto the map. Your top tower is nearly gone.
No.
Rich is dead again, Munch.
God. Surely not. One more size.
Wait for the ult.
Wayward
there it
has
is.
the ulti available. Oh, but the Guardian comes on through. Last possible second. Rich gets a bailout. And ppgod lives up to his name. Flashed to get that bailout on as well.
ppgod with the savior play onto Rich, just about managing to hold it together, and at least it's something, right?
Yeah.
At least it's something back in their favor, because you can see that it's just not going to go well, but now ppgod committed to this bot side means that you're going to be able to move up to this top side as Top Esports. Knight already on his way, Mark speeding himself on up there, and yes, Rookie is defending, he has Karsa there with them. What else can they get? Oh, God.
Rich, mate, this is not the place you want to be. He's just going to get jumped on, pounced on by Tian, uses the ulti. It's Thunder versus Thunder, Lightning versus Lightning. Tian does not have flash, but in fact, just destroys it.
I mean, it's a bear versus a mouse. Who do you think is going to win this? It's just not going to go well.
That's true. One of them is a god, one of them isn't. It's as simple as that.
One is a Sparky Ninja, one is a literal godlike. It's just not a fair fight, is it?
It's the God of Thunder versus the guy that throws shurikens.
Yeah, and rubbed his feet on the floor for a little bit longer. But, well, I mean, realistically, when you're 1-4, that's about as much damage as you have here. It's Rich. But now, V5, you're still losing control of these side lanes, right? Wayward is already pushing in the spot side. Knight's now going to go collect the top side of the map as well. And you're still looking at like Rift Herald that's going to spawn in just under a minute. Top Esports take that. They crack open mid lane turret. You try to defend yourself there. Wayward is going to be sitting at your chickens of V5 and just begging you to try and hold on to that tower.
They're going to be trying to, but whether or not they can is a different question. Herald, as you say, 3 seconds, and I mean, let's be honest, there's no way that this is contestable inside of V5. Unless they can find some kind of miracle. We need to see Rookie, we need to see Photic, we need to see Rich stepping up. It's game number 5. They dominated game number 1 of the series. They looked amazing in game number 2. It was maybe the closest game of the entire series. Game number 3 as well, incredibly close. But it feels like the longer this series has gone on, the worse V5 have ended up looking. It feels like, in terms of mental fortitude, Top Esports have comfortably had the advantage.
But again, we come back to what were our win conditions for this series, and it was the mid jungle. Tian and Knight again with the stronger mid jungle and again coming out on top, and it just feels like V5, while this Hecarim pick is definitively the strongest jungler on the patch, giving Knight things like this Ryze where he's been so comfortable and so crucial for Top Esports over the entire split with this pick. You just can't keep giving this across, and now Top Esports once more with the Ryze looking good, Tian feeling comfortable on this early game jungler, they're thriving, and Wayward once more, red side counter pick, and he's looking awesome.
Yeah, moisturized, unbothered, thriving, staying in their lanes. That's Top Esports right now. As they're trying to get these towers down, trying to open the map up. This mid lane tower. Is Ender here?
I don't know.
This mid lane tower. The final hurdle that Top Esports need to break down to truly unlock the map. And they will be able to do so here with one last minion wave. So now, Top Esports fully in control. 6,000 gold lead at 16 minutes into the game. And V5 looking for a miracle. And honestly, it's just a bit sad. Because I've been talking about Rookie, how he's only got 1 LPL trophy, and this V5 roster is the roster for them to finally pick it back up. And like Photic as well, coming in against his replacement. Karsa against his replacement. And unfortunately, it feels like they're going to fall short, but on the other side, there's the happy story, right? Because Knight, so regularly, so close, but he's never quite been the guy. He's never quite been the top man. Wayward, a similar story. He's found yet another chance as Knight moves on over, and the 2 solo laners will find themselves a little freebie down in the bottom side.
But I do agree with you again, Knight like involved in this play, and for Knight it's been a case of, even in game 1, game 2, we're like, Rookie's got his number. How does he try and step into this series? Because Knight has been the lifeblood of Top Esports, but you're going up against the undisputed best mid laner in the LPL right now. The MVP of LPL Spring 2022, and Knight's been bottled him. In game 4 and 5, Knight has been absolutely trouncing Rookie on this Ryze pick, and now, once more, he looks like he's ready to crest Top Esports into that upper bracket semi-final. It's still not out of the woods yet, but when you're seeing Knight step, when you're seeing JackeyLove come online, Mark.
Here we go. Karsa trying to find an engage onto JackeyLove, but not really find the commitment. Tian will be able to walk away from the play. There's a Moonlight Vigil. Karsa low on HP, actually. Calibrim's there. Tian jumping into the play. Realm Warp coming through. Knight, Everfrost across the team. In goes Wayward to the back line with a bit of damage to boot as well. JackeyLove still going strong. Rookie 1 HP flashes away, but Karsa is down. Top Esports, they found all they needed, and that'll be their Drake.
That's going to be the 3rd one for Top Esports. Control in their favor. And when you saw the Realm Warp, when you saw the TP, you knew it was over. But Tian has flash. Can he get onto Rookie? Will not. But Rich now finds a bear, and the mouse a little bit more angry this time.
Yeah, but the bear has a spirit magician near him? I don't know what Karma is, honestly. I have no idea. Some kind of Ionian, that's all I know. But regardless, it'll be a Drake for Top Esports. That's what I do know. Nice little play from Tian, blocking the rocket. I feel like no rockets have even been close to stealing. These teams are so aware of Jinx rockets.
Here, look, our metaphor might have fallen off the track a little bit, but Top Esports are firmly on it. This is them having a statement game. This is them having a statement last 3 games, to be honest. With them having Knight step up, we're looking at JackeyLove having a great performance. Mark as well, sitting here beside JackeyLove to keep him safe. A man that said he needed to find a home, and it feels like he's looking very cozy next to the Top Esports AD carry. And when they come into this fight, you can see Mark is just shielding everyone that he needs to. Tian jumping onto the tank and making sure that you're just buying space and kind of corralling everyone into Wayward's waiting arms.
And I love that Realm Walk from Knight as well. That feels like one of those, it was like a West Door TF right? Where you TP in and immediately Zhonya's. You're just buying time, and he's the tank Ryze, so we can just go in the middle of everyone, soak a bunch of damage, use the Zhonya's, keep yourself safe. And it's great to see Knight being so proactive and being so flexible. That's what we wanted out from Top Esports, right? Was flexibility. And And that's what we're really seeing.
And I think it's it kind of speaks to the mindset of Knight as well, right? Because when we saw the nerfs to this tank Ryze, we were like, everyone's going to go AP, you just don't have the damage otherwise, but you've got to get creative with how you use this tank Ryze, like putting yourself in harm's way, playing on an edge, so that then you can find these cool plays, and it's working out for Knight both these games.
You're absolutely right, but look at the builds across the board from Top Esports. Like, this is the tankiest team possible, I'm pretty sure. JackeyLove is the only one that's building actual damage, but then Mark as well with the Inspire plus the Shirelias has crazy movement speed, so the engage potential from Top Esports. If you overstep as V5, it's over for you.
Yeah, I mean, Top Esports have woken up in the series.
20-minute Baron.
Game 5. This hasn't even been a look in for V5. And look, we can say, you know, V5 are hard to shut down, but they haven't even looked alive in this series.
They're going to try for something. Karsa goes in. It's desperation, though. Has to try and ult out. Wayward's on the back line already. Moonlight Vigil's in, and it's already over. Oh, but is it? The ult combo comes out from V5. Can they turn it around? The damage is there. Tian jumps forward. Can Rookie find it? Can Photic find it? The answer is regrettably no. Rookie will fall. The flash forward from Knight to finish his counterpart. And Top Esports are indomitable.
And the purple rain will continue to fall on the Rift. The Baron is there for Top Esports. And for Victory 5, they look on as Top Esports dominate Game 5, as they look to once more put themselves one step closer to crowning themselves champions again. 2020 was the year of Top Esports. It was the year of JDG. They are sitting on opposite sides of the bracket, but it could be a wonderful reunion for both these squads.
And Karsa playing against his old squad, being forced to try and just find a 50-50. It does not happen. And I thought that combo right there was going to be it, but not enough damage. And Wayward on the backline threatening everyone, right?
Exactly, and look, you've got no damage on this. Kennen hasn't even completed the Void Staff yet, and ppgod buys a bit of time with his own bailout, but it's just not enough. I mean, Top Esports, they have won every single lane on the map. They have won every single fight that they've gone to. They have won every single objective on the map, and they will not be stopped once more.
They certainly will not. To quote Austin Powers once more, Mojo, baby!
Guacamole.
Yeah! It's beautiful to see Top Esports managing to make it happen. And, you know, not many people believed that this was possible. I predicted this team, but it was from my heart, not my head. I didn't actually think they were going to win today, but they have managed to just pull out a blind.
That's what got Top Esports here. The heart that they had to come back from a 2-0 down, to find the win in Game 3, to battle every step of the way against Victory 5, and now they stand just a handful of structures in the way. Minimal pressure from V5 right now, and this Baron is going to do damage.
And make no mistake, this game can end in the blink of an eye. If Wayward finds an ultimate on a couple of carries, Top Esports will end the game immediately. They've still got a minute and a half on the Baron. Drake is coming up in 30 seconds. That'll be sold for Top Esports as well. There is literally everything in their favor.
The only way I can see V5 winning this is like instantly bursting out JackeyLove. That's why Karsa was on the flank, but he's caught.
Karsa's found it. JackeyLove's trying to burst them, but it's Mark that's low. Rocket across the map. There's one for Photic. It's 1-for-1.
Oh,
but in the meantime, everyone else is falling. Photic going for the play. Tian trying to escape on the top side. Flashes away. In the meantime, the solo laners from Top Esports looking for an inhibitor. What is the score right now? It's 3 versus 3 on the map. Potentially fightable on the Drake.
We're going
for Knight. He's going in 1v3 here. He's so damn tanky. Tian joining the fray. They actually go one. No, the bailout. Photic survives. Look at Tian trying to finish these kills off. Wayward can't get it. Rookie flashing forwards. V5. They found themselves a Drake.
We just said the one way I see this working is if they get JackeyLove, and somehow V5 manage it. Photic finishes him off. Photic stays alive in the fight, and the dragon is there. But Munch, there's no way. They did it in Game 2. They brought it back from the brink. But it's 9,000 gold down. There is no way V5 are going to keep doing this.
I'm telling you, Rob.
There's
if
no
V5
way.
comes back in this game, my voice is not going to survive it. It's as simple as that. 4 minutes until that next Drake, until we get the next forced shenanigans. Rookie trying to move up to contest this blue, but he ain't having it. As Top Esports barrel into the top side. Remember, no Baron on the map for 3 minutes. There are no neutrals. So now this is about map play who can make things happen.
Yeah, and I mean, look, whatever about Rich dying on the spot side, I'm not going to lie, I'm totally fine with actually giving up this tower on bot side if you're V5. You already had that Baron buff. There was more of a risk of you losing several towers rather than just the one, so giving that and finding that play was so much more valuable. So top esports though, now starting to crest up towards his top side. They kind of learned that, hey, look, you know what, being grouped is going to be a little bit better for us at the moment. And for V5, you've got to still find these miracle picks. The good news is though, look at Photic. 3 items now, the Infinity Edge completed for this Jinx. If you can find those moments where you pick off JackeyLove again, he gets burst out by Rich and Karsa, there is that moment where Photic can pop off once more.
But I want to revisit the conversation that we had a game or two ago where we talked about Photic building this Kraken Slayer. He had a Tahm Kench in that situation. This time, he's against a Malphite, and he does not have a Tahm Kench. He does not have that same safety this time around.
It's just the bailout.
He needs to just out-damage everyone. Kraken Slayer, definitely the build to go against this Malphite and this Volibear and this Ryze. Like, you've got so much armor to get through, but might make it difficult.
In a desperate moment like this, it's all about high risk, high reward. You can lose the game slowly, you can watch it drift off into the sunset, but when you've got this bailout, Photic needs to put himself in the danger zone so he can use that bailout. Look for the reset, look to carry this game, but look what he's up against. Force of Nature already completed for Knight. He's going for the Gargoyle Stoneplate as well. You've got the Infinity Edge on the way for JackeyLove. He's no slouch in these fights either. And you've got a Malphite that is gunning for you every step of the way. You could get burst out 2 times over before you even hit the ground with what top esports have available to you.
Certainly can, as we'll have to see what top esports have up their sleeves. It's 50 seconds on Baron Vector. So I want to reiterate our win conditions here. Top esports, I mean, I think it's pretty clear. Press R, watch everyone die. For the side of V5, how do you dream of contesting? Do you just have to accept that the Baron's gone?
You Google every god in existence and you make a separate prayer to each one of them.
You build a bonfire on the beach.
Whatever there is, you send a message in a bottle out to see. You do everything in your power to see if you can find that one miracle play. With all the vision being denied from them though, it is so hard to do. Keep your eyes on where Rich is. Keep your eyes on Karsa. If those two can find multi-man ultimates, you might just get the damage you need to find this play. Photic with no flash, though, makes it so hard to contest these objectives.
Karsa having to back away from this one. And he's prey to the High Sparrow at this point because the night is dark and it is full of terrors. And that Baron Pit is very dark on the side of V5. No vision in the area whatsoever. Knight just going to start this one off. Knight has gone full tank this game, by the way. Literally 0 AP, and he's happy and okay with that one. He's happy to just be another bruiser. Keep your eyes on JackeyLove. If he survives, top esports win. But if V5 can shut him down, that's the moment. Into the pit they go, but Tian wins the smite fight once more. It's 50-50 all day long, but top esports are happy with that. They're looking for more, as this might just be game. Knight jumping forwards to find Rich once again, but they turn around onto Photic. They find everything they could have wanted with Baron in pocket. Dagda, I think they've done it.
With seconds left on Photic's flash, they get the AD carry. There's nobody left. Knight's in the base.
Knight pushing forwards alongside Wayward. That'll be one inhib going down in the bottom side. Rookie and ppgod versus the world. It's a great scat of the week, but he's got no damage. This will be game, and top esports throw victory 5 aside. The power of the mojo is too strong, and they make their way into the upper bracket finals.
A date with destiny waits for top esports. 2020 vision is still strong with this team, and we have to see if they can put themselves once more against JDG, or if they will be going up against RNG. But with the performance like this from game 3 to game 5, coming back after such a heart-wrenching game 2, top esports, that was incredible.
I'm just so happy for them as well. I'm so happy for Knight managing to make it happen and being willing to just be a support, be a utility player. Doesn't need to be the carry. He'll do whatever is necessary to win the series. JackeyLove actually being very consistent in this series. Kind of uncharacteristically consistent, honestly. Wayward having redemption in the final game. Tian having his moment to pop off. It feels like the whole squad, Mark included, great performance on this Karma as well. Like, feels like these last couple of games really have been a victory lap for top esports.
Yeah, and look, it came back